Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to go through all of the top teams for Thalassa Dream ROM. We're going to lead it off with the most free-to-play friendly team. Unfortunately the team preview is not accurate for Thalassa, so I will have to show it to you on the map here. So Smokey in the upper right corner, Odie to the left of Smokey, Shamira on the Stellar Bond, Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left buffing up Shamira, and Coco behind the Blue Twin. This is going to be with the Blood Moon spell. We're in common 2 difficulty. This team is a relatively good performing team, very free to play friendly, using heroes which are a major priority for everyone to build up first on their account. It can work even at lower ascension of the twins as well. But Odie is going to be one of a decent damage dealer for Thalassa. Now he isn't going to be in the top teams. This is the most budget friendly team. However, he's at least seeing some usage in Dream Realm, which is better than other heroes, and it will be with the Blood Moon artifact. So Coco is great for that damage reduction, that protection, which is going to be important for you in Thalassa common 2 difficulty, because she's going to hit pretty hard, especially towards the end. And if your heroes are more under upgraded, then Coco will be even more important. Smokey is also good because he provides attack buff, he provides healing, and even the haste buff for your allies to increase their damage output. And then of course Shamira is your major damage dealer, and Odie is going to be the sub DPS in this comp. The Coco shielding is perfect to keep everyone alive. And yeah, Blood Moon spell is basically Blood Moon spell is the one artifact dominating all Dream Realm content so far for pre-endless bosses. Look at Smokey, his health is pretty low, 9 seconds left. This team has hit up to close to 900 million for a maxed out account, and that's what we're gonna see right here, 863 million. And there is going to be a bit of RNG in Thalassa, so whichever team you choose, go ahead and give it a few runs to see what it is capable of doing. Yeah, Shamir's doing most of the damage, but Odie contributing a bit of his own, which is good. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next team. The next team is going to be a team from Sapphire. It is going to be a Rainier team, but no Ravion on it. So Blue Twin on the right, you have Pink Twin all the way up on the left, Valara behind the Pink Twin, Shamira only on the Stellar Bond, Rainier going to position swap Shamira, but Rainier is in front of the Blue Twin, and Smokey in the upper right corner with the Blood Moon spell. So let's go ahead and give this team a try and see what it is capable of doing. Rainier is going to be in the best teams for Thalassa because his debuff onto the boss is going to increase your damage dealt by a pretty big margin. He's just a great debuffer for pre-endless bosses. Valara also is going to be in the top teams because she has the stat steal buff effect, which is going to increase the attack of your allies and also increase the defenses of the boss. It's just basically the best of both worlds. And then twins, of course. Twins are in every top Dream Realm team, and that is why they are the major priority for everyone to be building as the first Celestial or Hypogean on their account. So 44 seconds left. Let's see what happens here. Now, there's no Coco on this team, but Valara is kind of filling that void because of the stat steal buff effect. Like we said, it also increases all stats of your heroes, even the defenses, and it slightly reduces the attack of the boss. So all of this is going to help and allow you to survive well, even though you don't have a Coco for the damage reduction. And also, you're going to be able to squeeze out more damage in this comp. So 15 seconds left. Okay, already a new record. Looking pretty good. How high can we get with this? I think probably 950 million might be possible with good RNG and high upgrades. Yeah, we're going to break 950 million. Everyone is alive. 971 million damage in the end, which is really good. Really solid score. The damage output all from Shamira, but the other heroes contributing great in the supportive role. Okay, next up, we will now have a team from GGMD. This is the Ravion version of GGMD's team. No Rainier on it, but is using Ravion. So Damon in front of Shamira, you have the twins buffing up and bonding Shamira, and then you have Ravion in front of Valara with the Blood Moon spell. I'm going to go ahead and just boost the levels of the Damon over here because he could be contributing maybe a bit of damage. But the key heroes you want to boost in these comps are Shamira and Valara, and assuming you're using a Valara team. But definitely Shamira number 1, then Valara number 2, Ravion number 3. But if you're using a Ravion team, maybe even Ravion before Valara, honestly. Like, both of them are basically key because Ravion is a buffer and sub DPS. Valara is only a buffer, but Valara is buffing the entire team. Ravion's only buffing your hyper carry, but that is and himself, so that's good enough, right? Buffing up Shamir and himself. So yeah, probably Ravion a bit the second priority for levels, and then Valari number 3. But these are the big 3 heroes you want to be boosting in levels if you're able to do so to increase your score. 38 seconds left. Okay, let's see what we can get here. I think we could probably break into 1 billion damage, 1,000 million. If we get good RNG here. Ravion keeps casting his ultimate. I think the ultimate animation of Ravion is really cool. Is very similar to like Indris's ultimate animation and even Alice's ultimate animation. It's really cool that they jump up and then fire all of their ammo at the target. 8 seconds left. Okay, can we break the 1 billion barrier? We survive right here. 2 seconds left. There we go. We barely broke it. 1,009,000,000. So 1,009,000,000 damage from this team is very good. If you look at the damage chart, it's mainly Shmira and Ravion. Damon did contribute a bit of damage as well. So overall, looking pretty good. Okay, next up, we now have another team from GGMD. However, this team is going to be a Zanie team. This is interesting. Zanie is actually seeing some meta usage. It could be the best team for some people out there. And this is overall good. So you have the Valari in the back right corner, Blue Turn on the right, Pink Turn on the left, Shmira on the Stellar Bond, Reinier in front of Shmira, Zanie in front of the Blue Twin, and then you have the 2 turrets of Zanie, one behind the Pink Twin and one to the left of that, in the back left corner, and this is going to be with the Blood Moon spell. Now for this team, Zanie is going to be a pretty big damage contributor, so let's go ahead and put up Zanie's into the higher level, and we can also boost the twins. Why not? Okay, Blood Moon artifact. Let's see what we can do with this team. This is the 3rd best team. However, this is probably going to be the best no Ravion team for the majority of players, because the 2nd best team is going to be using Kulu, and a lot of people do not have Kulu built. And yeah, so but anyway, let's see what happens here. 67 seconds left. How high do you think we can get? I think we're going to get 1,100 million, maybe even higher than that, because we have almost a max upgraded account. We're just missing Paragon 4 and Valara. But other than that, it is maximum. And our levels are maximum for what is currently possible for today. So let's see what happens here. 42 seconds left. So Zanie, this is the thing. She does pretty good damage for Thalassa, and that's why she is a good option here. However, it isn't quite enough, and Shmira is still the best damage dealer by far. And so the top teams are all going to be around supporting Shmira to deal as much damage as humanly possible. And Zanie, so Zanie doesn't fit into that archetype, right? Dream Realm is usually about one key hypercarry and then buffing or debuffing the boss as much as possible. Okay, looks like we're on track maybe to 1,100 million. 3 seconds left. Come on, Zanie. Make me proud. Make me proud of fully investing into you. Whoa, we just barely hit it. That's crazy. 1,100 million from a Zanie team, but we're still top 5. Yeah, so Zanie did, honestly, very impressive damage. It's very hard to compete with Shmira in especially pre-endless bosses, and Zanie is coming relatively close. Zanie's damage output is really good, but it just isn't enough. And like, if it's not enough, it usually means she's just left out of the top teams. Okay, so we have 2 teams left. We have Half Moon team. This is going to be a Kulu team. Again, it is a no Ravion team, but it's using Kulu. And really, if you want to maximize the potential of this, you will also have to have your Kulu upgraded and built. So Reinier in front of Shmira, Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left, buffing up Shmira, Kulu behind the Pink Twin, and Valari in the back left corner with the Blood Moon spell. But let's see what happens. We boosted the levels of Kulu. Come on. Is this going to it should be outperforming the Zanie team, because that is based on other people's performance as well. This should be slightly better than Zanie, and that's basically what I mean. Even though Kulu is not anywhere near as good of a damage dealer as Zanie, she provides explosive debuff onto the Thalassa to boost Shmira's damage even further, as well as contributing a bit of her damage of her own. And so for that reason, it's actually better to have, you know, another kind of debuffer rather than another raw DPS like Zanie. Anyway, the 2 teams are close. Both are good options depending on which heroes you have. Let's see what we can get here. 43 seconds left. So 1,100 million is a very good score set by the Zanie team. It will be difficult to outperform that, but this one should have the potential of doing that. 30 seconds left. We're over 800 million damage. Shmira is bursting the boss like crazy, like her life depends on it. But it's all, whenever you look at all of these teams, you're just like, Shmira is just a broken hero. And the twins, of course, also completely overpowered for Dream Realm. Totally taking over the meta. Whoa, maybe Zanie's actually better. For me, at least for me on my first run, there could be RNG involved. But my high upgraded Zanie is actually outperforming Kulu. But it is because I have huge investment into the Zanie as well. So interesting. Zanie is actually technically a bit better. Yeah, this was all about Shmira. Kulu hardly dealing any damage. Okay, guys, we have the top team of today, which is, of course, from the legend himself, Frosty. This is going to be a Ravion team with Shmira and Thalassa. Overall, not very pay to win. Blue Twin on the right and Pink Twin on the left. Shmira on the Stellar Bond. Rainier in front of the Blue Twin to swap the Shmira. Ravion in the upper right corner. Thalassa in the upper left corner with the Blood Moon spell. Let's go ahead and boost the levels of Ravion, and then we are going to send this. And this is an RNG team. We might have to do a couple of runs to see exactly the potential of it, but let's see what we can get on our first run. So the idea here is massively buffing the Shmira by as much as possible with the Ravion attack buff, with the Thalassa stat steal buff, with the Twins buff, with the Rainier position swap, and then just Shmira to deal all the damage that she can with the Blood Moon spell as well. Ravion also is going to contribute some decent damage here as a sub DPS on the team and also buffing himself up. But the other heroes are raw support. They're hardly going to be contributing much damage at all. 55 seconds left. We're up to 550 million damage. The top score in my district right now is 1,176 million. So that is what we're trying to compete with. That is what we're ideally trying to even beat. And I think we do have the potential to beat it because our account is near maximum as well. And our levels are also boosted. So let's see what we can make happen. 30 seconds left, over 900 million damage. We're looking on track to get definitely a new record. We're breaking the 100,000 million, the 1 billion threshold right now. 17 seconds left. We're definitely going to be setting a new record, but the question is, how big is the new record going to be? So this team, even though it's RNG, I think it might be dependent on your level of upgrades and your resonating level and your survival issues. Okay, we got a new record, and actually that's going to be top 1 position, 1177. That's barely top 1, right? Yeah, because 1176 was set by my guildmate, but we managed to hit 1177. Look at the damage output. Shmira doing almost all of the damage, but Ravion also contributing a good amount of his own. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and do a couple of skip runs. Let's see whether we can maybe make it to 1180. Maybe it's possible. And as for the levels, you guys see it here. I boosted the levels of Shmira, Thalassa, and Ravion. Those are the 3 most important ones to boost their levels up. And really, Shmira number 1. Whoa, 1188. Wow. Okay, there is RNG. There is RNG. That is that's over a 10 million score boost in the second run we did. Which makes me think, I don't know, could it go even higher than this? Or did we just hit insane luck right there? But yeah, it's really just Shmira, then probably Ravion number 2, and then probably Thalassa number 3. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully this is helpful. With these teams, you should be able to get a top score in Dream Realm. If there's any other team that worked for you, feel free to share in the comment section down below. But thanks for watching. If you guys are not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.